did one job, Scott. He does that to me all the time.
Literally the one thing I had to do. So
hey, Scott, make sure you remind Dana to record. There, I remind you just too late.
Thank you. And
Email the group to remind you to record it.
I'll also put it in the chat so they remind me. We are beginning to post these for anybody who's interested. We are going to start posting these on our GEG Nevada website, past meetings. Thanks. So fun.
This is great. All right. Okay, so we have GEG Nevada website, and in that we have a special page, celebration page. And if you could click on this form later and turn in your celebrations, anything like Google, if you get Google level 1 or level 2 or trainer or innovator or whatever we want to celebrate. And so Dana, would you like to show the participants the website?
Hey, Joanne, do you want to jump in and do it? I'll control the website, but you can talk about it.
Yep. So, okay, sorry, so tiny. Let me make it bigger. All right, so our homepage just tells you what our mission statement is for GEG Nevada. And then if you go across the top, you'll see events. So whenever we have upcoming meetings, they will be posted right there on our calendar, along with a register button that you can register for them. Meet the team is where you can learn a little bit more about the GEG leaders. And then the Nevada Google Educators page, that's one is my favorite. That's where we celebrate everybody. So if you're in this meet, we would love for you to be on this page. So when you get your Google Educator level 1 or 2 certification, you fill out that form. And then if you want to become a Google trainer, we would love to get a lot more Google trainers and even innovators here in Vegas. So definitely if you're interested in trainer or innovator, you can look on that page to see other people that are trainers and innovators, and reach out to any of us if you need help or guidance on how to get those certifications. And then the past meetings across the top, the last one, that's where Scott was referring to, where we will post videos from past meetings that we have had. But definitely get on that Nevada Google Educator page.
And I was going to mention, Google has a new certification called Google Certified Coach, and we don't have one in Nevada yet.
Not yet.
So you could still be the first Google Certified Coach in Nevada. Woohoo! Yep. So FYI on that one.
There's no one competitive in this group, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure I'll be up there someday. So I look forward to continuing to build that page out for sure.
Thank you, guys. All right. So any group or organization has a mission statement, right? And we've been talking about this, and we've decided on this mission statement, which is our mission is to build a community of educators from around Nevada who empower, inspire, share, and learn together, united in a common interest to leverage technology for transformations in learning. I think the key is transformation in learning. You know, everybody is going through a very difficult, challenging times. Educators, families, stakeholders, everybody, students, right? So we want to leverage technology, and technology is just a tool, right? But we need a tool to transform our education. So I like this mission because that's why we are here, right? I mean, once again, educators from all over Nevada, and I'm sure other people too. And then we will get to soon to the interactive part, and I cannot wait to hear where everybody's from. So, but we just wanted to share our mission statement. Okay, so once again, welcome to our second monthly meeting. Here is our agenda. We want to get to know each other, and we will be talking about office hours. Robin and Scott will be talking about office hours, and Dana will share her passion project.
I wonder if Rob and Scott knew they were taking over office hours.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So Dana, please take away.
Okay, so we love to be interactive. So we created a slide deck that everybody's going to jump on. So let me drop that in the chat. Okay, so I got a bit.ly here. Make sure it works. Can somebody hit it? Make sure it works. Oh, good, it does. It does. And my share settings are correct? Everybody's able to get it? Okay, so here's the deal. We have a place for name. We have these questions. You don't have to hit them all, but our favorite ones are, what is one boring fact about yourself? We love this question. It turned out so much better than I thought it would. And then what's your favorite tech tool and what's one technology thing you'd want to know more about? So me and Mimi did our slides, so you kind of look at it. I filled it with a bunch of emojis for color. Mimi's is right there. So we'll go through them in a minute, but just jump on the slide deck and steal a slide. If somebody else is using your slide, just go to the next one. If you need some more, how many people are 29? Okay, so I'm going to duplicate some more here. Okay, so I have more than people are here. So you'll have find a slide, claim it as yours, answer as much as you want, and we'll just sit here and chat while people are filling things out, since me and Mimi already did our slide.
Yeah, Dana and I did our homework.
Oh, you guys, I want to introduce you to someone. Hey, Becky, would you turn your camera on? I don't have my fancy grid view. I just have 16 of you. So Becky Calling is in the group right now. She is actually the mentor for GEGs on the West Coast. So we are both members of Global, and she applied and got nominated to take over West Coast. So Becky, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's my microphone making that really interesting sound. I hope it's not. I just
No, it's not. We're good.
Okay. Hey everyone. My name is Becky Calling, and I'm actually in Southern California, right outside of Los Angeles. I'm really excited to be joining all of you. As Dana said, I am the GEG US West mentor. So, okay, GEG Nevada. I'm happy to support, and looking forward to see what you all have going on. It's already a fun meeting. I love it.
Thanks, Becky. It's great to see you, by the way. Okay, we'll give it a little bit more, and then we'll remove. Okay.
I would just remove them now.
Yeah,
What?
and
I would just remove them now.
Okay.
Even when I left and came back.
Ugh. Melissa, you're up.
Hi, I'm Melissa, a teacher in Vegas at Frank Kim Elementary School. It's my year 21. It's my first year as a resource teacher in about 8 years. Elementary, the boring fact, those are my two cats. I had a cute picture, so I thought I would add them. What do I like to do? Art journaling, art stuff, anything analog. Favorite tech tool, Google Slides, super versatile. And that's about all I got to.
Kyle, that's you.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm a special ed teacher at Clark High School in CCSD. I live in Henderson. I'm in my 16th year, taught a few different things. I did a tech coach gig. I was an admin for a short time. Boring fact, I basically listen for the dryer to stop so I can go grab the stuff right away and fold it so it doesn't get all wrinkly. And then my day is shot if I don't do that. That's just weird. Paradox, my favorite tech tool, but I do want to learn more about its competitor, Nearpod. And then I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I got a blog, I wrote a book, I put info in the great stuff there, and I co-host 3 podcasts because I don't have enough to do.
I love your boring fact. That's awesome.
Holy cow, it's hard to follow that. My slide looks very plain. I'm Kate Litzenberg. I teach at Greenspun Junior High School in Clark County School District. I've taught Science 6, Computer Lit, Math, and ELL courses in the last 16 years. My boring fact is I'm obsessed with dogs. I like to work on puzzles in my spare time during the COVID time. My favorite extension is Duelist. I've been using it every day, all day long with this teaching going on. And I'd like to know more about Google Meets because I don't think I would have been able to handle that last situation. So I figured I probably should learn more about Meets. Thank you.
You know, one thing that's funny is Becky and I are in global GEG, so it's the same group, but it's for everywhere. And we do tons of YouTube trainings. And the one thing we're constantly trained on is in a tough situation, don't freak out. It's the worst thing you can do. Isn't that true in teaching also? It's like, just handle the problem. There might be a little porn, but you know, I'm just so glad I'm not in a meet with kids. And I'm really upset the Google feature didn't work. They'll definitely get a mouthful from me. Okay, we got Lindsey next.
Hello, I'm Lindsey Evans. I work at Borwick Bray Elementary. I am a co-coach with Mimi, so I have a great job, except for that she's always getting me into something. My boring fact is that I'm boring. I dabble in several things, but I don't have a favorite. It always changes. And same thing with my technology, just finding different tools every day. Like an hour ago, I just discovered Seesaw for my teachers, and I'm super excited to figure out how to make that work. So glad to be here.
Seesaw is awesome. Way better than Canvas for the littles. Melanie.
All right, that's my most unfavorite thing in the world is unmuting the mic. So let me go to one where I can read it because I'm old. Needs senior settings. So I'm
Nevada Teacher of the Year.
A long time ago. So I'm from CCSD and I'm actually a principal here at Garrett Junior High School out in Boulder City. It's a great place to be. I'm very blessed to be here. I live in Henderson though. And as you can see, I have 4 dogs. So that I spend a lot of time doing that when I'm at home because they're all spoiled. I taught at Bob Miller Middle School for 16 years and then became an administrator. So for the last 8 years, I've been an administrator. And this is my 2nd year at Garrett in this chaos. And one boring fact would be, I do not like cartoons. I never did. I never really cared for watching cartoons on Saturday morning. And most people think that's odd. I love to cycle and just get on my bike and go and play with my dogs. And my favorite tool is Loom as well, because it's so quick and anything that's easy for me with tech, I catch on to really fast and it becomes my best friend. And I would love to understand Canvas better. I get really frustrated with the parents when I'm trying to even go through things. It just isn't as simple as even for middle school. So unfortunately, I kind of wish we'd made a different decision, but we didn't. So I'd love to learn more about it. And after being a dean, I don't do Twitter. I don't do Instagram. That's it.
So I totally feel guilty. Somebody ding-donged and I totally denied them, and it was totally one of our teachers. So if anybody knows Shalina, we can send an invite.
Yeah, and I couldn't get her
now.
I sent her an invite. She's from Borwick.
Okay,
Shalina. So I hope she'll be back.
I hope so too. Maybe if this is the one time where the invite or the thing actually works and doesn't let him back in, but you know. How about Patricia? We got Patricia here? Yes, we do. Excellent.
Yes. Hi, everybody. So I'm Patricia and I teach in Clark County. I teach at Helen Her Elementary School and I live in Las Vegas now. I'm from Jamaica. I was born and raised there. Yeah. I've been teaching for about 10 years and I teach 3rd grade. and one boring fact about myself. Okay, so I like to read, but you know, like when school is out and you turn off the teacher side and you just take up a novel. Well, I don't do that. I take up some form of curriculum book or something. And that's what I'm reading.
Nice.
So that's my boring fact. And I would definitely like to learn more about Canvas too. That is something that I feel like I was just thrust into it and I'm learning as I go along. So that's, yep.
Last week we had a leaders meeting and I was just like almost to the point of tears. I was getting the HTML error. Anybody else getting the HTML error? Yeah, okay. So, but I got on a call with the leaders and we just talked it through and came up with 3 or 4 workarounds and solutions. I felt so much better. So this is a perfect group to do that. Even though our northern people don't do Canvas, I'm sure you're jealous. I'm sure you want to do it. Scott, you're up.
I'm retired. Hi, I'm Scott Hensley. I'm a recovering teacher from Clark County School District. And I had 28 years, was in Clark County, 2 years in California. And I love to travel. The kites that I fly are 80 to 100-foot octopile kites. This is a festival that I attend every summer in Berkeley.
Is that your boring fact? Sorry.
That's my boring fact. That is my boring fact. No, my boring fact is that I love the adult GEG meetings. I try to hit as many adult GEG meetings as possible. Including this one, I guess. Actually, that was my very first time I've ever seen a meat bomb, and so I'm glad you guys introduced me to that because I've never seen. Not being a teacher, not having a regular class, I've never seen it. Now I know what everybody's talking about. And my favorite are Camtasia Snagit, and I'm just learning and playing around with Wakelet. If you're a Wakelet fan, that's kind of a neat way to share resources. So that's kind of new to me. And I'm teasing about the adult GEG meetings. That was just a joke. We're hopefully that won't turn into a monthly thing. Anyway, I'm glad it's fun to be a part of the group.
Leah.
Hi, I'm Leah Chambers, and yeah, I live here in Vegas. I went to school here in Vegas back in the 80s and 70s, and my boring fact is that I'm 5'7". I've been teaching kindergarten since 2001, around that time. I taught on the Navajo reservation. I taught in a remote town on the other side of the dam in Arizona, a K-12 school. And, where the computers were still the big boxes. And I was like, I got a newer one at home that I bought at Costco. You guys want me to bring it in? So anyways, I am someone who's afraid of technology. So I took this class in the summer to learn how to do the Google. See how I said that? And next thing you know, I got roped into taking some big old 20-hour test. And I was like, what the heck did I get into? And I felt so smart afterwards that I was like, okay, I'm going to jump on this bandwagon. Let me write this Google search and see how far I could go. So yes, my first meetings today with you guys, and I was like scared last time, and I thought, all right, let me try it. You can't see, but I'm ready. My hands are going to be sore by the end of this talk. So yeah, I'm a grandma, but consider me like just a newbie on earth when it comes to all this stuff, and I'm just going to keep going. And no, I do not like Canvas, so yay.
Totally understand. We're not scary though, are we? Okay, bye, Becky. I'll talk to you later.
This is totally fun. So far.
Did you like the adult GEG too? Candy, you're up.
Hi, my name's Candy. I grew up here in Clark County, and I'm at Ober, but I'm a student teacher right now. It's my 3rd year there. I'm in the 1st grade, but we're departmentalized. It's pretty cool, actually. My boring fact is I like the view, and I like to sew, and I'm a Girl Scout leader. This summer I studied Google, so of course we went to Canvas, so I was really happy about that. That's about it.
I still use a lot of Google though, even in Canvas. Do you guys? I mean, you wouldn't have to, but I still use a lot of Google. I'm a Girl Scout leader too, although we decided not to do fall sales this year because we already have a bunch of money from the spring that we couldn't spend. And I don't like digital meetings, they're not fun. Okay, do we have any others? Okay, I have no one else uploaded a slide. Does anybody else want to unmute and speak up?
Yeah, this is Christia. I didn't catch the slide deck before we had to leave, so that's why I didn't catch the slide. I didn't get a slide. That's all right. My name is Christia Osborne Preston. I am a Google innovator. I teach technology, but there's a lot of kindergarten teachers on this call, and I taught kindergarten for 19 years, but I teach technology now, K-5. My boring fact is I don't like coffee. I know I'm weird, but I don't drink coffee. I'm trying to remember. The technology I'm totally into right now is Scott, this is for you, Wakelet. I'm actually a Wakelet ambassador. I present on Wakelet a lot, so I use Wakelet a ton to organize myself. And you can actually embed Wakelets into Canvas, so it's a good tool. You can build lessons in there with lots of resources. And what I want to learn more about at this point is how do we use all this stuff, all this technology, and engage students authentically and intentionally while they're learning online. That's it.
Did we miss anybody else?
Hi, I'm Shalina.
I owe you an apology. I denied you really quickly the first time because I was afraid.
I was like, what's going on? Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, I'm traumatized now. I was emailing Mimi going, what on earth? So I'm Shalina Boudier. I don't know if you can see my slide or not. It's not very creative. Oh, that's me. Yay. Okay, so I work with Mimi at Bordewick Bray in Carson City. I'm in my 10th year of teaching. I taught 5 years in ESL at a different school where I taught first, third, and fourth in literacy and math. And then I moved to Bordewick and I taught 2 years in 4th grade, and now I'm in my 3rd year of 3rd grade. I am a GATE certified teacher. This is usually I have the ESL group, but this year, because we had our 3rd grade GATE teacher go fully remote, I'm the GATE teacher on premise. So yay, I get to actually use that now. Boring fact, I like tacos. Everybody likes tacos. That's why it's boring. I like to read, swim. I love music, and I love to garden. And I'm kind of bummed out that the smoke is killing my tomato plants. I really am loving Jamboard right now. I'm still trying to get used to some of the tools and get my kids in there also. And they seem to really like that Jamboard. And I also like the Cami. That is just like, yes. And being able to share screens. My kids are, today we had to do full online remote. And so the kids that joined me, I taught them how to share their screens with me. And they were just like totally loving that. So that was kind of cool. I'd like to learn more about the interactive slides. I've got some, but it seems like I would like to be able to like have them touch it and have it flip instead of moving stuff around. I don't know if that's possible, but it's like, you know, it's like, let me touch on this card and then see if my answer is right. That kind of thing.
That sounds like Quizlet. Anyone else? Quizlet? Yeah, you should check Quizlet out.
So that would be Quizlet.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
anything that
Quizlet.
gets my kids, you know, working and stuff, I'd be happy with.
And
but thank you.
I wrote tacos. Next time we have a meeting, it is Tuesday after all.
Yeah, I know, right?
We should all make tacos, and that should be our thing.
Tacos.
I second that. I think that's a great idea.
Did we miss anybody? Robin, you want to go?
Sure thing. Okay, so boring fact, you know, you all took them. Sorry. No, I kill anything that is, you know, plant life. Do not give me a gift of a plant because it will die. And although I can keep animals alive really well, that I'm okay with. My favorite extension is like one tab. It's like my saving grace because I always have thousands of tabs that I seem to have open, and I just want to be able to keep them all in one place and then come back to them later. So I definitely use that like crazy. Yeah, and I have 3 dogs, so they're super happy about that. Thanks, Scott. And then Seesaw is definitely like a hit at our school this year for our youngers, and I made it grow this year. Last year it was only in kindergarten, and we went and kind of grew it out JK through 2nd grade. So we're seeing some growth in that, but it's really where there's so many apps out there. Like Flipgrid is another one that has been pretty exciting for me lately. So, but yeah, I think that's what I would share. I don't know at this point. The rest is on the slide. Feel free to take a look, but there you go.
Seriously, through this conversation, I think we have our technology training planned for the rest of the year. We can hit Seesaw and Flipgrid and Wakelet and Quizlet. And yeah, if we pick one tool, a meeting, or maybe 2.
Hey, somebody had a question about Seesaw. Does somebody have a good short answer about that?
Seesaw is, it could be a learning management system, but it's not yet. It is a great place for you to be able to assign assignments to your students, but also get them creating so they can actually embed video, draw, audio record, write on lined paper as well, but then you can also put images in and they can draw on top of them. There is so much that you can do with it. It's very creative, but I've been seeing such engagement and learning like never before. Our kindergarten teachers started it last year during remote learning. They had never used it before, and they begged that from now on, whether we were remote or not, that this was a tool that they had to have because of the ways that it engaged the students, not only in math, but language arts and social studies and science. It just was amazing. And so we've even added our music teacher in who's doing music lessons in it, because we have actually, it's a hybrid. So we have some kids at home and some kids in the classroom being taught at the same time. So it's a great tool. I'll do a whole session if you want, some other time.
I really liked it today because of the smoke and us automatically or all of a sudden going to remote learning. Some of the teachers weren't exactly prepared for that with their lessons. And so that's kind of how I fell into Seesaw today, was just their lessons are already there, put together. All you have to do is assign it. And it's things that they can be learning and doing with their families at home. And it's project based. And it just, I don't know, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share it with our teachers.
Okay, so Robin will be putting out her Seesaw training. Look for that in an email soon. And we'll book that under a GEG training and a trainer training so we can get points for that. I know not everybody filled out a slide. So does anybody else want to be brave enough to unmute and introduce themselves? Okay, well, let's keep rolling then, back to the slide deck. Robin and Scott, you want to talk about office hours for a minute?
Sure thing. Scott, over to you.
Hey, really, it's just a drop in. Same time as this meeting, but the Tuesdays that we're not having this meeting, and we'll just have any trainers or anybody who wants to sign up to help. We'll put something out, a form or something, and just sign up to be available for half an hour or 1 hour between now and our next meeting. And it's just for anybody who wants to ask questions or needs help with something. Is that your understanding, Robin?
That is my exact understanding. So anything is pretty open. You know, of course, our focus is on Google, but we can bring it in and definitely troubleshoot things with you. Whatever we can do, we want to be there for you.
I love the idea of it. I think getting the word out is going to be tough, but we have a huge. It could be an amazing resource for 20,000 teachers to use. That's it. And so what we'll do is we'll put it on the website just to make sure that we'll promote it on the website and make sure that we have people signed up. But oh yeah, so there it is. Office hours. It's already there. That's awesome. Okay. And that's it. Drop in.
It is the same link, though.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
We'll be changing that maybe.
We might change that.
We might be changing it, but either way, it will update it on the calendar.
This might be probably the best thing is if everybody on this meet lets their teachers know that they have a place they can go to 1 hour a week if they have questions about this stuff. This might be the place to do it. So
yep.
That's it.
And of course, this also is me. I'm happy to share something with you. If you have not heard about this yet, if you've heard of the word safe links, but really that's what this is. So the idea is you go to the website, and I don't know if Dana, you want to just quickly go to the website and I can show you. You put any YouTube link in here and then it will generate a link for you. Dana, do you have any? Because I have one, but go right ahead. Okay. Could be any link, not our Google Meet one, but yeah. Maybe we need a safe one for that. Who knows? No, just kidding. It's only YouTube. So we have this tip, tech tip today. So we're going to copy that YouTube link, and then we're going to go back over to safe links, which is to the right. There you go. Paste it in. And then you're going to generate the link. And then you're going to copy that link. Okay. And then you're going to go to a new tab and you'll see how this looks. Paste that link in. And you'll notice that you are no longer 3 clicks away from something that you shouldn't be at. It's a great way to share YouTube, videos with our students, with their families, whatever it is. Keep it safe as you possibly can. And it's something that I had just been talking with our student services team at our school about, and I'm kind of like trying to share it out as much as possible because it's a great resource.
Thanks. That is awesome. So can I get an embed code from this?
So you can get a QR code from it. I have not tried the embed, but it does have Google Classroom integration. So you can integrate it in with Google Classroom.
Okay, because I've been embedding in Canvas.
Yep. So there probably is a way to do it.
You can do an iframe generator and put it there. Create that.
Awesome. Okay, so, that's me next. Okay, so I have this great video here on how to prevent Google bombing. I don't know if it's going to work anymore, but I tried it with students and it did work. So if you're having a problem with Google bombing inside your classroom, go ahead and watch that video. But I didn't want to concentrate on that. The things I wanted to bring is this one right here. This is the Google Junior Training Series. And Global GEG put together 69 videos for students. Our focus age was 8th grade on how to use Google tools. So it is a YouTube playlist, and there's a bunch on Classroom, so we'll have to skip those if you're not using Classroom. But anything a kid could ever want to do, and the videos are all under 1 minute and 30 seconds, except for that one. This person broke the rule. But that link is in there. So you guys look at the links to the slides at the end, so you have it in there. But I've been sharing that with all my kiddos. It would have been helpful if we had done one for Canvas, but considering we're the Google group, it didn't happen. And then we're running a little late, so I'm going to skip this one. This is the Google product updates. So far, what we have, if you are in Clark County, we do have the controls that are supposed to block people from entering without invite. Supposed to. Here, actually, I'll show a different screen.
That's funny.
Seriously, I mean, come on now. Okay, so if you come down here, this is what's new. And they're gonna add a few more, but what they have so far is this one. So this one, if you turn it off, nobody can enter the call without knocking. This one prevents sharing their screen, and this one prevents the chat. So it used to not work unless you were the first person in, and then as soon as the first person in joined, the second person joined, it wouldn't work anymore. Do you guys have this up north yet? No, anybody with Google Meets? No.
We use Zoom, so we don't know.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, Clark County is the beta. They're the ones they're testing with. Most people in the country don't have these yet, but those are the new controls inside of Google Meet. The 7x7 grid, the 49 people grid, is not available yet, but that should come out shortly. So when you see tiled, oh look, it is. Oh, look it wasn't here.
It just came out today, this afternoon.
Oh my gosh!
Just this afternoon. I know, it's exciting. It's like Christmas every day.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? Well, now I need to make a new video.
Yeah, right. No, we've had some other things going on this afternoon, I think, so that might be why.
Where do we get this? You don't get it anywhere. It should be in the Meet call. As soon as you enter the Meet call, you'll have the host controls over here. And now if you go to change layout, you can change it up to 49 people.
But notice it does say you have to set that every time. The selection is not saved, so you will have to set that at this point every time you open a Meet.
And the host controls you have to do every single time you do a Meet too. Is that true with the 49 grid view?
Yeah, that's what it says at the bottom of that that box, is that selection is not saved.
Got it. All right, good to know. Is there any other new ones that you know about, Christia?
No, that was it. Just whatever
Okay.
I turn it on and there's something new. That's sometimes how I find out.
That's exactly what I thought of too.
Right?
Yeah.
I had the blurred background today. That appeared for me.
Oh, we got blurred background. Where'd you find it?
It's under those 3 dots, but I don't see it on yours. But it came up for me today.
But you're in
I didn't get the tiled view. So-
Last week I had the blur. And then this week it's gone.
Oh, interesting.
If you've noticed, like you didn't have Google Drive earlier today, they've been doing a lot of updates, and sometimes they don't always go golden. So sometimes we lose stuff for a while when they do that stuff. All right, we're gonna stop sharing here, go back to the other one. So there is more product updates, but I think we got the ones that are the most important. Since we're running low on time, we're gonna skip it. And Christine.
Hey, so I'm going to share a new extension that I learned about recently called text and comment. So what it allows you to do, and I find it really useful since I do teach kindergarten, I find it really useful for my students to be able to record my voice for an assessment, so they're able to take that assessment independently. So I recently used it in a Google form quiz. We read Corduroy together. And then they had to go do a character and setting assessment that we wanted them to do by themselves. So what I did is I opened my talk to comment extension or text and comment extension from the Chrome Web Store. And it adds a little, I don't know if you can see the little blue circle with the microphone in it at the top there. Yes. And what that does is it slides out a bar, and there's like, as soon as you click on it, it starts recording you, and then you click the X or the check mark, excuse me, to stop recording yourself. And then it immediately creates a URL link, and you can paste that link into your Google form right next to the question, and it creates basically a link for them to be able to click on and listen to the question and the answer choices, kind of like they would do with the map test. So we wanted them to do this last week to take a practice quiz and getting used to pressing those speaker buttons and those play buttons to prepare for the upcoming map test. And they got to practice it with the talk and comment extension. And there is an example there, a Google form quiz. The only downside to it is if you have the talk and comment extension, it shows up as a play button for you, but for the kids, it would be a link. But I had my tech guy at my school push out that extension to all of our Chromebooks. So all of our kids now have that extension as well. So when they open the Google form quiz, they also see the play button instead of the link. So if they don't have the extension, they see a link that they have to click. If they do have the extension, the play button is automatically embedded.
Where is this that I click to do a voice comment?
It'll be off to the right. So that little blue circle will be actually just on the right side, very right side of your screen, like right in the middle.
Where I just started it, so where should it be? I don't see it.
Oh, you downloaded the extension?
Mm-hmm.
It should be to the very right in the middle. So I'm not sure if there's something else you need to do, but I know I have it if you want me to share my screen, but
please. I want to see it.
Okay, sure thing. Hopefully you'll be able to see it with all the
I'm using Loom almost the same way. I have high schoolers and I get emails all the time. I teach computer science. Loom is free for teachers and students, like the full version, and it does the embed code. And one of the things I really like is it titles the video based on what you're recording. So if I'm in Canvas and it says lesson 1.4, the title will be 1.4, so I don't have to go back and change that. Okay, where's this dot? Oh, I see it.
Yep. So if I click on that, it'll ding. Hi, how are you? And then immediately you can check how it sounds. Hi, how are you? And then you copy the link. And actually, you don't even have to copy it if you click OK. The OK is actually an automatic copy. So it copies it. And then, for example, this is my Google form. So you can see I have the question, who is Corduroy? Who is Corduroy? And they can play the question. And then I put it in under each answer choice as well.
I probably just have to shut everything down and bring it back up.
Maybe.
For it to work.
Yeah, maybe.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, it's back to me. Okay, so Mimi, tell us about this.
Yes, so the passion project?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all right. So I have a passion. My passion is golf. And I wanted to use, okay, sorry. Okay, so for me, Google everything or technology is a tool, right? And that my passion drives like, okay, what tool do I want to use? So I wanted students and teachers and everybody to think about their passion, instead of thinking about, like, oh, I have to use this Google tool or I have to use this technology tool. So I shared my project, which was using pivot table. And until recently, I just did not know anything about pivot table. I've heard of the name, but I didn't really know how to use it. But because I wanted to improve my golf game, I started to using it. I started using it, and now my score is better. So today is Dana's turn, and she is using technology just to share her passion. Because if you have a passion, you want to share, right? So Dana, take away.
I am big on the mini vacation. We're teachers. I don't make very much money. I can't afford to go to the Caribbean every year, but we are the biggest mini vacationers ever. We go to Utah, we go to Laughlin, we go to LA, we go everywhere. So I wanted to document that. So to document that, what I did was I created a Google tour. Now, when I was done with this, I decided I probably would have used a different tool to do this. Hang on one second. The family just got home. So to do this, what Google Tour does is it does 3D images. The reason why I probably wouldn't use this tool again is because I don't have that many 3D images. If I was going to use this tool, I'd have more 3D images. So I stole 3D images offline. But now every time you go through and you see one of these little symbols, you see a picture and you can click on it and say, oh, this is Lake Mead. So we know Lake Mead's off in that direction. Like, oh, that's our house. So I put a picture of me and my husband over here. And then you go around and, oh, here's Red Rock. And here is Mount Charleston. So that's one of our scenes. And then I go to the next scene.
Yeah, everybody can see me.
Oh, and this isn't even, hang on. I'm actually a bit confused because that was just my homepage. Oh, I guess I'm not as prepared as I thought because I have more. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's right down here. Okay, second scene. Then we have one for Laughlin. And so we have our picture at the Avi. That's one of our favorite places to go. And Big Bend State Park and Davis over here, Camp Davis. And then we have the next scene. And then we have Cathedral Gorge State Park and camping at Cathedral Gorge State Park. So as you can see, it's kind of fun, but then I thought, this is my passion project. This is me using a tool for other reasons. It's not about the tool I'm using, it's about what I'm trying to present. So it's like, if you brought this to the classroom, what would you be trying to present? Well, we could do this language arts, social studies, a ton of things. And they do have a bunch of these pre-made, so you can just look for them. But this is Google Tour. They've changed the name a couple times. I don't even have a link to the home. Here it is. And that's the tour.
Pop it. You're going to pop it in there. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah. Lily, quiet, please.
That's the other G-bomb.
That was my monitor.
Okay, I'm gonna go on mute. Mimi, I'm gonna let you take over.
All right. Thank you so much, Dana. I just want to go to the places that you showed us. That was so much fun. Well, thank you guys so much. Our next monthly meeting is October 20th at 4 p.m. And
we might need to change the link.
Yes.
And then we do have one more thing on the calendar. You guys met Becky. We're having a West Coast panel on YouTube where all of the GEG leaders from the West Coast are coming together to answer questions on technology. So you can drop it on YouTube and check that out or watch it on replay.
All right. And it's the picture time, isn't it? All right. So if you don't want, I'm going to post it. We are going to post this on the GEG Nevada Twitter. So if you don't like that, you can just, all right. Okay. Smile. Yes. Thank you.